The Super Bowl halftime show is the biggest music stage on the planet. Millions of people watching, artists putting on once-in-a-lifetime performances, and millions of people getting offended every single time. And after Bad Bunny's announcement for the 2026 show, the internet has once again turned into a war zone. But here's the thing, this isn't new. The halftime show has a long, messy history of controversy, drama, and finger-pointing. So today, we're diving into the most controversial Super Bowl halftime shows ever. Starting in 2004, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake are performing their hit Rock Your Body in front of 140 million people. Everything's going great. The dance, the vocals, the energy, until Justin sings the words, "I'll have you naked by the end of this song." And boy, did he mean it, because in one split second, Justin ripped off a part of Janet's costume, exposing her boob on live TV. And just like that, Nipplegate was born. Now, Janet and Justin both claimed it was a wardrobe malfunction, but America didn't care. This was 2004. People lost their minds. The FCC was flooded with over 540,000 complaints. Politicians were calling it a national disgrace, and the phrase wardrobe malfunction was suddenly everywhere. Janet was blacklisted, her songs pulled from radio, her album promotion canceled, even the Grammys uninvited her. Meanwhile, Justin was invited to perform at that very same Grammys. People still debate whether it was an accident or planned for shock value. But one thing's for sure, Janet took all the heat. It wasn't until years later that Justin publicly apologized, admitting that he left Janet to deal with the fallout alone. But one thing's for sure, that moment changed live TV forever. Networks started implementing time delays just to prevent another Nipplegate. So yeah, Janet's wardrobe malfunction might have lasted 1 second, but the backlash lasted years. And then we have Not Like Us. Now fast forward to 2025. The Super Bowl's headed to New Orleans, and everyone's wondering who'll get the halftime slot. Then, boom, it's announced. Kendrick Lamar will be headlining the show.
What the deal, everybody? My name's Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up?
At first, fans were hyped, but then came the backlash. You see, many people felt Kendrick only got the slot because of his hit, Not Like Us. Some said the NFL and Jay-Z were being, quote, petty, choosing Kendrick just to stir the pot. And when word got out that Jay-Z, who oversees the halftime show, handpicked Kendrick, the conspiracy theories exploded. People said Jay was using Kendrick to spite Drake and all of Cash Money. For example, he was accused of snubbing Lil Wayne for the halftime slot in his own city simply because of their beef. Then came the performance itself. And let's just say, the internet had thoughts. Kendrick delivered an incredible show musically, but some critics pointed out that every single dancer on stage was African American. And while many praised it as a powerful celebration of Black culture, others slammed it for, quote, lacking diversity, something that Kendrick hypocritically advocates for. The debate got so heated that Fox News practically made it their main story for a week.
The halftime show was awful.
I didn't like halftime.
The worst halftime ever.
What a nightmare. I kept sitting there saying, maybe I just don't get this guy.
But here's the twist. All that outrage just made the show even bigger. The 2025 halftime show ended up breaking viewership records, becoming the most watched performance in Super Bowl history. So yeah, people may have been mad, but apparently, they couldn't look away either. While Kendrick himself didn't do anything to spark the outrage, the same can't be said for Mia. It's 2012. Madonna's performing the halftime show for Super Bowl 46. Everything's flashy, energetic, full of gold and ancient Roman themes. Pure Madonna. Then, during the song Give Me All Your Lovin', Mia looks dead into the camera and throws up her middle finger. No warning. No censorship. NBC tried to blur it, but it was too late. The internet had receipts. Almost immediately, the NFL freaked out. The league accused Mia of flagrant disrespect and decided to sue her for $16.6 million. The amount they claimed her gesture cost in brand damage. She called the lawsuit ridiculous and argued that the NFL was being hypocritical, happily profiting off violent commercials and suggestive cheerleader routines, but drawing the line at a woman expressing frustration. Years later, in an interview with Patrick Bet-David, she broke down what was really going through her head.
Well, I'm not supposed to talk about it. That was the thing. They wanted me to apologize, and I said no, because I thought that was the silly thing. I was the bad girl. So in everyone's mind, it was like the other, she's like invading America with a middle finger, and we have to make an example out of her or something.
The lawsuit eventually got settled privately, but her reputation took a hit. She was banned from major performances for a while, and her name became synonymous with that Super Bowl thing. But over time, people started to see her differently as someone who stood up for expression in a system built on censorship. Now we're in the present, and the Super Bowl's 2026 halftime show hasn't even happened yet, but it's already causing chaos. When the NFL announced Bad Bunny as the headliner, fans of Latin music celebrated, but within 24 hours, the backlash kicked in hard. Critics said he was too, quote, political, that his lyrics and activism didn't fit the NFL's image. Some even accused the league of being too woke for picking him, while others said he was chosen just to pull Latino viewership numbers. But Bad Bunny didn't back down. Instead, he went on Saturday Night Live,
demostrando que nuestra huella y nuestra aportación en este país nadie nunca la podrá sacar ni borrar. And if you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
That moment went viral, and it only added fuel to the fire. Then things got weirder. Reports started circulating that ICE might actually have a presence at the Super Bowl. Like, bro, imagine performing while ICE is sitting in the front row. That might be the biggest migrant trap the US has ever seen. The backlash has gotten so heated that some fans are already predicting the performance will be, quote, a disaster waiting to happen. Others think it'll be a cultural milestone. Either way, the show seems doomed before it even begins. But if there's one thing the NFL knows, it's this: controversy equals ratings. Janet proved it, Mia proved it, and so did Kendrick. So while social media is busy melting down over Bad Bunny, the NFL is probably just sitting in a boardroom laughing at all the free publicity they're getting. Because when it comes to the Super Bowl halftime show, love it or hate it, you're still gonna watch.